we go. So, I've been waiting for. I I'm over the moon when it comes to you, right? Because when we first did the first interview, because I think you was really just getting in the industry, and the smokers know I have
Mm-hmm.
an eye for
Yep.
talent, right? I told you were gonna be the shit, didn't I? As if I do recall, I did predict
I think
that you
you're.
would shoot with somebody. I was like, yeah, she's big time. She's made big time now. Because how was it working with the legendary and a guy that actually gave me advice and mentored me at one time, Prince Yahshua? I gotta light my blunt for this.
Okay. So, first of all, it was really interesting how we met. We started following each other. Anyway, when I met him, he was on a different shoot and he had really wanted to work with me, but he wasn't expecting to meet me that day.
Mm-hmm.
And so he called me a few days later and was like, I need to work with you. We need to work together. Let's set something up. And so he actually, I did a shoot with him for Elegant Angel and in Vegas. Yeah. And he was my first BBC anal. So yeah, it was a really
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it
He
was
he he
it
he
was like
he ain't a small guy.
no, he's not. No, he's not. And it was kind of a surprise. And so I wasn't as prepped as I wanted to be. And I was sore. I was sore afterwards. I had a friend, she suggested some CBD oil in my
Mm,
butt. And so she put CBD drops in my butt the
mm,
day after the scene because my butt was so sore and I was walking funny from
mm.
his giant dick. And so she put CBD oil in my butt and I still have that oil that's only for anal now. But if my butt is like basically it's for Prince Yahshua. um
People, this episode is sponsored by weed. You just heard CBD oil. Ladies, you just
yes,
learned that CBD oil helps with anal. Okay, go ahead,
if
continue.
your butt, if you take a really big one and your butt's really sore, the CBD helps with the pain and the inflammation. And so it was a I recommend. Yeah. And it gets in there, So yeah, CBD oil in the butt. Just
Oh,
if your butt's really sore from a big BBC in your butt. Yeah.
and what's crazy is your first shoot with him was anal. I said, damn, they just threw you to the fire.
Well, no, I had done anal before with Taboo Heat.
No, I know, but I'm talking about is if people know Prince Joshua, right, and understand this is a guy that he was one of the guys I used to watch.
Yes, yes,
And let me tell you, he comes to work wearing knee pads and Tim boots.
yes, yes.
That should
And
tell you something.
he was my first BBC anal in my butt, and he's actually been in my butt again. Um, we just did one just for ourselves that we could sell. Not it wasn't a pro, it was a content trade, and him and I did a scene together, a boy girl anal, and then we did a threesome with the beautiful Miss London, and that was a lot of fun. So I
Oh no,
had to
he just
remember I
spouting off
was
big
at work.
games just casually, like yeah. And I did a threesome with London.
Yeah, it was very nice. Like I had to remember I was working because they did some kind of combo on me and I don't know what was happening. I was just like, my eyes started rolling back. He was over here, she was on top. I don't know what was happening to me, but though it was an amazing experience.
And see, to me, right? First of all, I told you so. I told people. I told you. I said, you know, you're gonna be big time, right? I, I told you. It's females that I call bankable. That is bankable as you can get.
Hold on a minute. I'm sorry. Can
Now
you give
go
me
ahead.
one sec?
While you doing that, let me go ahead and talk to the smokers. Hello, smokers. It's time to smoke this over and welcome to the two-time AVN nominated podcast STO for Smokers Lounge. You know who I am. I'm your wonderful host,
Sorry.
Kavanaugh, the Southern Champ, aka the Porn Rap Star. Find all my links with one link on mylinks.com/porn rap star. Also, you know the four sponsors. First off, being eroticismmagazine.com. Next up, blusherotica.com. For people that love candles, the Kinky Candle Company. And if you need any legal help, she's sexy, she's smart, she's the queen of law, Mitchell Ferrari. Links are all in the description. And you can find me 5 days out the week in the mornings with coffee and weed on fullswapradio.com. Also, you can find me on sgpradio.com as well as skyhawkafterdarktv.com. And if you're listening and watching on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe because we monetize now. Now, with that being said, y'all seen this lady on the Smokers Lounge. It's been a minute. She also smoked the bong and showed titties in the Premium Smoke Room. Y'all need to go subscribe to go see that. And Premium
Yeah.
Smoke, y'all working on bringing her back. Okay, I
Yes.
heard y'all. They've been asking when she's coming back.
Really?
Yes. And Boo, you one of the high viewed ones on both the Smokers Lounge and anyway. Back to my point. She is sexy, whether she's high or sober. She is probably one of the nastiest, elegant freaks I've ever met in this lifetime. And her stock is rising, ladies and gentlemen, in the business. She is one of the baddest I ever have met. She's a great friend and someone that I have a serious crush on and got mad love for. I'm talking about none other than the gorgeous, the lovely, the beautiful, the sexy, vivacious Rae West. Say hello to the smokers. Oh my God.
Hello, everyone. So happy to be here.
It what's crazy is you shot with him twice, and then I
Mhm.
also saw seeing you going to
Technically, three
Florida
times.
3 times, and seeing you going to Florida and all that good stuff, and I was like, mm-hmm, I knew it was coming. So for you, how it feels that your career real quickly jumped, because it like it happened overnight almost.
It's a very it's hard to explain. It's very humbling because you know um I still look at myself in a certain way,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a very beautiful but humbling experience to have fans and people enjoy my work and my scenes. It means a lot. It's a really, I am thankful. I can't express how thankful I am. I just went to my first AVN,
Mm.
and to have people ask to take pictures with me and my autograph and all that, it was a really sweet, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed meeting people that like what I do and appreciate what I'm doing and stuff, and so it's been really nice. It's been really great. um and I just hope that I am making my fans happy. Um, yeah, I really love going to Florida. Um, it's been good there too. So I have some exciting things coming up, but I have to kind of keep that a surprise.
Oh
But
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes, because I have a first coming up next month.
Ooh.
So it's a first. So um it's another first. I feel like every time I go to Florida, I get a first time experience. So
So it's like this. Do you like the fact that you, when you go do some of these shoots, you're testing your not boundaries, but your limits? And what I mean by
well,
limits, so people understand the difference, is okay, like you took anal with Prince Yahshua. I know I keep going back to that because I'm just saying. It's impressive, people. You don't understand. Not a lot of people shoot that motherfucker, okay? Let's make that clear. Let's make that very clear. Okay? That one was a bigger dick than you have ever had. And you're fucking with a legend. This ain't no content creator. This ain't no newbie. This a dude that been nominated. He done shot for all the companies that you would love to shoot for.
yeah, wrote a book.
Yeah. He's in the AVN Black Book, ladies and gentlemen. The Black Book I be telling y'all about. Yeah, he's in that thick ass book.
And he's
Silverback.
been in my ass.
So
Quite.
so for you, it's like I said before, it's how it feels to do you eat the test the limits. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're doing a lot of firsts.
Mm-hmm. So that's also something when I started doing this, it's funny because when I started doing porn, I was like, I don't I don't work with women, I don't do anal, I don't do this, I don't do that. And the more I started doing it and the more I was doing scenes and meeting such amazing people and feeling really comfortable to ask questions, I
Mhm.
started naturally getting curious about things. And so um when I was approached from Taboo Heat and
Mhm.
he asked if I do anal, I
Mhm.
just went, "Yes." and and then I told him, you know, I haven't really done anal. I tried it a lot about 20 years ago. It didn't
Mhm.
go well. And so, but he when I worked with Corey Chase and her husband was very gentle, very patient, and it turned out to be a great scene. And so I knew that was something that I could do.
Mhm.
Also working with beautiful women such as Miss London, Corey Chase,
Mhm.
um, uh, uh, Peach.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, how do you not like enjoy that? And so I've been able to learn a lot about myself in this industry. I've been able to
Mhm.
test boundaries in a respectful and safe environment,
Mhm.
where I can try something and not feel scared because I have a partner that will be respectful. And if I'm like nervous about something, we go slow. So I've really enjoyed, I hope I'm answering that right, but I
Oh
really
yeah, you
enjoyed
answering it.
trying new things
Mhm.
and easing into it. So that's the thing that has changed about me from day one to day now is like
Mhm.
not to say I won't do that
Mhm.
because I mean there are some things that are hard no, but
It always will be.
yes, but you know, as far as anal and working with gorgeous women, that's a
Yeah.
whole different thing now.
See, too, even on the business scale, doing anal opens you up to more bookings because a lot of the
Yes,
mainstream companies do want girls that do anal. And then if you master the art of gaping, you're going to Europe. I'm just saying.
I know. I haven't done any of that yet. I'm sure I could with guys like Prince Yahshua though. So sky's the limit.
but see, but thing about it also is that now you're. This is what I talk about when it comes to the way you come in this business makes a difference. Because I've been having this conversation a lot too.
Hmm.
You cut your teeth with big dogs. So you walked in doing studio quality type shit. So your practice was like practicing with the NBA. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when the moment hit with Taboo, right? Because Taboo's a big company. Trust me, they was around when before I was doing porn, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just
Yeah,
say
they've been around for like
they
almost
would they
20
would they
years.
would put out DVDs, people. Yeah, they how
Yeah,
long around. Yeah, their grandfather then, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah.
And
Corey Chase, she's a legend.
yeah, so when you think about that, it you kind of was. My point is this: I tell people, do you just don't make content to make money. You make content to get better at shooting your content.
Hmm.
You know, period.
Yes.
So for you, how much the fact that who you was working with, how you was shooting, prepared you for these moments, the way
Hmm.
you wouldn't fumble the bag.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah, it is pretty surreal to, that's why I can't wait. I have so, oh my god, I wish I could say more, but there is something special that we're trying to work out our schedules, and I hope it works out. I'm going to message him actually after our interview, and I'm hoping he's
You can
available.
tell me
It's
off
gonna,
camera. Though, that my seat, my lips are always sealed.
yeah,
I want to say
well,
off.
it's very, I will give you a hint. It's very big. It's a very big deal.
I can take that one or two ways. Wait,
It's
wait,
a
so you
You
a
can take it
talent.
a couple ways.
It's a talent. So,
Yes, it
and she
is.
said
Yes,
Florida.
that maybe. Yeah, he might be there. Yeah, I. So
If I'm
this
thinking
year,
of who I'm thinking,
don't say anything.
all that says,
But I plan on doing.
all I know is there's a picture that I know that person take. I better see a picture that picture with you, cause that gonna be hot, god dang it.
Well, if we're talking about the same person, I'm gonna need
Oh,
some Advil. Okay, it's gonna
oh,
be an Advil kind of day.
uh-huh. I hope you ain't trying. I hope you ain't got the balls to anal.
No, I don't. No, I hope he does. Let's move on. I don't
Yeah,
want to give anything away
move
because
on.
we
I mean,
have a
no, that
pretty.
there ain't too many dudes. There's a lot of dudes with big dicks. Let's just keep it 100 people. It's porn,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
your imagination gonna run. Because I know the industry. Who have been in the industry and know some of these motherfuckers. I already narrowed it down. That's gonna be yes. I can. Yeah, when she do that go down. Y'all gonna have to pay to listen to that. We bring that to the premium smoke room, and we gonna get to show some titties. Now, back to my point. Back to the rest of it. So but like I said though, for you now, you're in the AVN conversation because you're shooting with AVN companies, very dug in AVN people. You feel what I'm saying? And for you going to the AVNs, how was it going to the AVNs this year? After working with this and strengthening your name.
So that was also another huge, amazing moment. I I didn't. I'll be honest. I had no idea what I was doing. Um, I I didn't know that most people go with somebody. Go. I went by myself. Um, I got a link from a friend of mine who was nominated Mr. Mysterious, and I filled out the paperwork. I did, again, not knowing anything, and so um, I fill out everything and register and get ready, and I find out that I got selected to do a booth for 2 hours.
Wow.
So I tell Mysterious, and he helps me with um, flyers, to make flyers. I don't have them; they're all put up now, but I'll show you a picture of them. But
Just
he did an
wait a
amazing
second.
job.
Wait a second. So you was at a booth at AVNs?
Yes. And that's where I signed autographs and stuff. It was wild. It was wild.
And so no, because it's like it. Before I even go to that point, I got the oh snap! Look at that sexiness right there, people.
Yeah, that was
On your
this
page
is
now,
I'll show you
oh,
the one. This
because I
one
love the
got
dress
kicked
that you
off.
wore.
This dress got kicked. This flyer was kicked off for nudity. I was very upset because this was my favorite one. Mysterious
Oh,
did such a beautiful job on it, and the people in the alley didn't mind me wearing this dress. So I don't know why the people who print out the flyers, had such an issue with it. That's a beautiful dress.
yes, it
So
is.
yeah, they also kicked this one out. They didn't like this one. There's like
Mm.
barely any nip.
See,
Oh,
see,
look at this one. They kicked this
see,
one out. Look how beautiful that one is.
see, the key of it is I'm gonna tell later. I'm about to give y'all a tip. Just go to any Home Depot, Office Depot. If you got a printer, just ink set, just get the glossy, and you can print them out. That's what I used to do because I ran to that shit when you used to go to Kinkos and all that. Oh
Mm-hmm.
no, if it looked like it showed nudity, they won't print it. So that's how I got around doing the flyers. You know,
Okay. I have a
for
printer.
real. Yeah. So, but the but with that though, like I said, once again, now you at a booth, so now you're looking even more porn starish, more porn star.
Yes. So that was wild as well because, you know, I I didn't know what to expect. I've never met fans. I've never been to AVN. My friend Mysterious warned me. He said, Rae, I just want you to know this is your first AVN. It's going to get overwhelming. There's a lot going on. You don't have, like, you barely have time to sit down. Okay. He's
Yeah.
like, there's not enough hours in the day. And I'm like, okay, I got this. So I get there. Oh my God. I get there. The first thing is I do a scene. This is the thing. The next AVN or any other AVN, I am not booking scenes. I'm not. If
See,
if if a scene happens when I'm there, that's one thing.
now I'm gonna
But
keep one
trying
with
to
you, right? I'm gonna keep one with you. In my opinion, AVNs, you don't need to do much shoot. You do the shootings at the exoticas. The AVN, that's
okay,
your
and see, I'm gonna try to go to
network.
my yeah. I I learned lots of lessons. So I get there. I get there Thursday.
Mhm.
I wasn't able to get there earlier. I wish I would have, maybe next year, but I got there Thursday and there was an issue checking into my Airbnb. So I told the guy I was shooting with at 6 that I'll be there at 6. I get there at 6:15 because there was an issue getting into my fucking Airbnb. And so it was just like stressful from the beginning.
Mhm.
Then, because I've never been to any of this, we get invited. Well, my friend, the guy I shot with, Chocolate Beast, he gets invited to Subgirl's party. And he asked if he could bring a guest, and he brings me. I am wearing, I don't know what, he just said casual. I should know when a guy says casual as opposed to when a woman says casual. It's two different things. I
Yeah.
go to this party, my first party among the porn stars, and I go looking like a winter elf. Okay. I am wearing a sweater outfit with Uggs. I wore a sweater outfit with Uggs to some girl's party.
So you was underdressed, I take it.
I was overdressed and looked like I was ready for a Christmas miracle. Okay. I needed a Christmas miracle. Okay. I will show you the outfit. It was cute. I spent
Mm-hmm.
a lot of money on it, a lot of money on it, but it
But,
was not
but,
for
but,
to
but,
go
but
to a
it wasn't
club.
the outfit for the assignment. Oh no, that's sexy as fuck though.
Well, thank you.
But
I
but but
ended up,
no, but I get what you're saying because this is porn atmosphere. So they expecting you to have less.
Yeah, this is what I wore to my booth.
Oh yeah, I saw that picture. God, you was working that dress, yo.
Oh my god, I love the dress. Look at
Hey,
my shoes with the gun handle.
I just gotta ask you, right? Had the booty done gotten fatter, ain't it? The booty done gotten
Yeah,
fatter.
so I
The
gained a
booty,
little bit of weight during Christmas.
it looks good. It looks,
Thank you.
yeah.
Yes. Um, so yeah, I get to AV. So that's the first thing that happened was I dressed like I was going to Santa's workshop for a porn star party. But I was kind of bummed. I was kind of upset about it, but I decided not to let it get to me. I decided to have fun and meet people and just have a good time. So I just took the sweater off and had my little tank top on. It was a sweater tank top. And I thought I'm just gonna be hot with my Uggs. Who gives a fuck? So I had a good time. We get in at like 2 a.m., which is not normal for me. Like usually, like I'm in bed now. Okay. Maybe not
Oh yeah,
asleep, but
me
like
too.
this is what and I'm always naked at home with my bathrobe on. And so, to be out hot and wearing makeup. So I get back, then I schedule an 8 a.m. shoot the next day. It was not a good shoot. We were just huffing and puffing to come. Finally, he's just like, I think we got like a 15-minute scene. Finally, this poor man was just like, I'm going to come. I'm like, yes, just get it in. Go ahead. Yes.
No, oh no, see, that was funny, right? Because it's like I remember when I was at Exotica and I bumped into this girl at a party. I just got finished doing the late night shoot. I'm trying to get back to the room to get ready because Kobe doing 6 o'clock. I see her out and she drinking, and we supposed to hook up at 6, and it's 2.
I we pulled it together, but we were all out late. And so my friend Jay, who filmed for me,
Mm-hmm.
Jax, who I filmed with, all three of us were just like, I said, okay, guys, my first AVN, never again, no 8 a.m. shoots. Then after that, do I get breakfast? No, I go get coffee, clean up, get ready for my 2 p.m. shoot. Yes, I had 2 shoots that day. Then I had the booth that night, the white party that night. So I didn't sleep. I did 3 showers, 2 makeup changes. So Saturday morning, I wake up and it's like it all hits me. I haven't slept, I haven't eaten. Like we're talking like an hour and a half to 2 hours a night of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
No food. I mean, we're talking bites. You get bites where you can get some bites, right?
Mm-hmm.
No full meals. So Jay comes in and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna come get my lights because I have a shoot." He comes in and I'm just like really upset. And I couldn't really figure out why. I just felt, like Mysterious said, overwhelmed.
Yes,
And
yeah.
so I did start crying a little bit. I said, I'm just overwhelmed. I said I didn't get my and I didn't know where to get my pass for the AVN awards and the red carpet
Ooh.
pass. And so I was stressed that I wasn't gonna get to go and I was gonna miss it. And Jay was like, I'll help you. It's okay. And so between Jay and Mysterious and Bradley Snow,
Mm-hmm.
those 3 men, I would not have been able to do. I mean, Jay helped me get my pass, be a shoulder to cry on. He was just such a good friend.
Mm-hmm.
Mysterious was just like my biggest cheerleader. He was like, "This is your chance, Rae. You walk that red carpet. You own that fucking carpet." And so I don't think I breathed. I don't think I took a breath the whole time walking down that red carpet. You know,
And how do you feel walking down the red carpet?
exhilarating. It was really exciting. I felt beautiful. I loved my dress. I loved my look with the gloves. I was really excited about the look I had put together because I love lace. One thing
Mm-hmm.
about me is I love to wear lace of all colors, especially black. And so I was super stoked on my outfit. I felt confident. Um, it was just all around a really good experience.
Yeah, let's take a
And
look, shall we? Real quick. Boom. That's right, people. I can show you that because it's clean. You know. But
yeah,
yeah, this is
yeah, it
this
was like
right here. This
bodysuit.
what she wore
Yeah,
at the booth.
that was my booth outfit. By the way, I fell in those shoes.
Hold on, let's go back and look at the shoes. How did you fall? But you misstepped.
Honestly, I don't know. So I went to go take a picture with Lyric Sky. I
Uh,
finally get to meet her and I fall on my ass. I probably looked like a giraffe whose legs fell under. I honestly, it happened so fast. All I know is like I was just like, how the fuck did I get on the floor? By the way, I'm not wearing underwear in that dress, so I fell on my ass in that dress, just in front of Lyric, as we're getting ready to take a picture. But she was so gracious and just made me comfortable. She was just like, it's okay, no worries. She's like, you're doing a good job in those shoes. Like I was like, I no, don't. I usually
well, I
wear
can see you
Uggs.
do an amazing job with them shoes.
No, well, and what's funny is I just started doing pole dancing lessons. I wore those
Mm,
shoes on Thursday. I have a pulled muscle in my neck right now.
mm.
So, yes, yeah, yeah. So, I'm not very
Good. Hey, so
coordinated in the
wait a
shoes.
second. Are you doing pole dancing to to possibly get bookings for clubs, or you just doing pole dancing
No,
to show?
I'm doing it for multiple reasons, but not to be a stripper or a dancer. I am not that uh graceful. The women that teach these classes are incredible. No, it's just I have tried different kinds of workout routines,
Mm-hmm.
and I have trouble sticking to workout routines. And even though pole dancing is more expensive, it's something that I've been sticking to. I've actually been doing it since October, and I took a month off for the holidays and to be, because I'm also a mom. And so, yeah, but I actually go back. And even though it kicks my ass, pole dancing is so hard. My arms are killing me. I've got bruises on my knees.
Yeah,
Um,
baby, it's a workout.
oh, it is an incredible workout. And even though I'm clumsy and stuff, if do you want me to show you like a move I learned?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Like, but remember, and here's one thing I will say, because I've had, like, when I met Bradley Snow, by the
Mm-hmm.
way, he helped me so much at AVN. He was with me when I fell. He was like, I look away for 1 second, you're on the floor. He goes, I thought you were doing some kind of sexy pose with Lyric. I was like, no, I wasn't doing some sexy pose with Lyric. I fell on my ass. It was so embarrassing. I'm not wearing any underwear. And he's like, it's okay. It's okay. He was just so helpful. And whenever we had to go on the strip, Bradley would drive my rental. And because I'm a good driver, I drive in California. But
Mm-hmm.
Vegas driving on the strip, those cab drivers and Uber drivers will go on the opposite road and cut you. They are terrifying. But anyway,
Wow.
this is a move that I okay. No, I'm a
Got
beginner,
knee
guys.
pads and
Okay.
everything too. Oh shit. Okay.
That's what I learned.
Okay.
Isn't that cool? Wasn't that cool? I
Okay.
learned that. Yeah. So I
See,
still
see, see. The thing about it is that you have girls that are pole artists, and you have girls that know how to work a pole. The girls that know how to work a pole don't do all the. It's just the way they move their body with the pole. They just do a little, little tricks like that.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? Put part the butt cheek with the pole, bend back.
oh,
Then you got the girls that, well, P Valley. You know.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I
yeah,
can't do
yeah.
that. I
They nah, nah. It Now, trust me, if you know how to work a pole, you make money.
I will say this: I got into it for multiple reasons.
Mhm.
One, I am in porn. I want to be in better shape. I know, I get a lot of compliments on my body, and I
Mhm.
have everything's natural, but I kind of want to tone some things up. And it doesn't matter what size you are in these classes, or I go in there with no makeup on. It is so much fun, and I'm actually sticking with it. I'm also doing it to be better. It gives you a lot of leg strength, and I have really long legs, and so whenever I have to ride the dick, do reverse cowgirl, my legs are getting sore. All I keep thinking is, when is this going to be over? And so I want
And
to
because you got
improve.
long legs
It's
and
harder
nice
though when you have
feet,
long
they gonna
legs.
want reverse cowgirl majority of the time.
Yes, but it's hard when
Yeah.
your legs are that long. It's like
Oh yeah.
I mean, I feel like I look like a grasshopper legs, okay? And so because I have like such long legs. So I knew that like pole dancing would strengthen my legs. So I feel like I'm going to get better at riding dick with so pole dancing is to just help me with my confidence. It's to help me, just enjoy myself. It's just
Mhm.
all about fun and confidence. I'm not I mean, I'm sure it will lead to more financial opportunities, but I see what these women do in the clubs and the pole dancing classes. Oh my god, they are amazing. I cannot do that. I don't not trying. I just want to kind of just build my confidence a little more
Mhm.
and improve as I really love that I got into porn, and I just want to be the best at it. And so I feel like pole
Mhm.
dancing will give me, because I'm very like, you should see me. I'm very stiff and clumsy. That's why I describe myself as a giraffe.
Mhm.
I probably look like a giraffe with stripper shoes on, trying
I cannot
to.
figure this show to save my life where the girl was a huge fan of supposed to be Beyonce. It supposed to be like this horror flick. And she was doing stripping. The first time she was stripping, she was about to bust her ass on the stage, walking down the steps, and she was awkward. So I can imagine.
I pulled a muscle the other day, okay,
Mhm.
because the um I'll do the pole dancing class, and then sometimes I'll do the dance portion of it afterwards. Oh my god, it is so hard. It's all this floor work and rolling around and grinding on the pole and shit. And like there was a girl 8 months pregnant in there with her stripper heels doing it, and I'm like, I look like an idiot. Yeah, I had to do the pregnant modified moves that were easier because I just kept almost
Wait a
falling on my.
second.
I am
Damn.
such a beginner.
Damn.
But I just decided I don't care how clumsy.
Wow.
I'm just gonna have fun with it. I'm just gonna have fun with it.
I'm still stuck on the fact you said it was an 8 month
Dude, she's
pregnant
her baby
woman
is
in
like
years.
he's waving at us, okay? He's that baby's about ready to make an appearance. So
Oh my god. I know that was surreal to see. Like, damn.
I think,
Damn.
well, maybe not 8 months. She's probably like, yeah, she's probably gonna have
Pregnant
like a
period. I'm
420
talking
baby.
and showing. It's like if you pregnant and showing,
I would
it
say
must
the
have been.
baby's gonna be it's February, March, April. I would say the baby's gonna be a 420 baby. So she's got about 2 months to go. Yeah, she was wearing the stripper heels. She there was just certain moves she couldn't do, and she was doing the easier ones. I'm like, I'm gonna do those too, and so I was doing the easier ones, still falling and stuff, still messing up.
Oh my god.
I'm not very
So
graceful. I try to be graceful. I've hit my head. I was doing a scene with Finney Fox. We were having I have so much fun shooting with him. I like shooting with him. He is so much fun. And his camera girl, her name's Spider.
mm,
She oh I forgot her full name. I just went blank. I'm so stoned. But she filmed it, and she has some incredible tattoos, and she's really cool and artistic. But I had her laughing while she was filming this because I bumped my head on the camera, and sometimes my legs are so long. I've kicked people while I'm getting fucked, like on the camera. I kicked
I had that
Mysterious.
happen before. I didn't headbutt the camera, hit the camera coming up. The girl
I
that kicked
kicked.
the camera.
Yep, I kicked Mysterious when I was shooting with Chocolate God. I kicked Mysterious, um, because my legs are really long. So sometimes I might accidentally kick the cameraman, but I don't mean to.
Oh my god. Oh no! Even when I was a cameraman, I try to make sure that when they switch positions, I try to step back enough to, especially if I know she got long legs. Oh no, because she might lose the camera and catch me. I'm just saying.
You might get a kick. Yeah, you might get a kick, especially if they're wearing the stripper heels.
Oh my god! So now, what I love about Miss West is I call her the stoner's porn star because she loved taking pictures and doing freaky shit with her feet and the bong. So now, how much has you doing that and also taking the pictures with the bong or what have you really gave you mass appeal when it came to the stoner nation, the smokers, the people? You know what I'm
So
saying?
yeah, you know what? I haven't gotten as much. I would love to do, like maybe, um, you know, try some weed for a certain company
Mm-hmm.
and review it. I would love to do stuff like that. I haven't gotten anyone really hitting me up about it. Um, the thing, I feel like with the stoner thing, I'm gonna have to keep, like, I've been trying to think, how can I incorporate that, because I can't incorporate it with a shooting with anyone
Mm-hmm.
because of the consent, and you're
Yeah.
and technically you're under the influence or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so I realized that my stoner side is going to have to be more of my solo work. And so I've been
Mm-hmm.
wanting to do more solo work and have like I just did my first series, my stoner series, where I'm on the phone with a friend talking about my crush, and then
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I get to take a bong rip, and then I'm like, oh, thinking about him, and so I get horny and start masturbating.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my first scene that I did, and I'm really proud of it. It's available, um, and I could feel it. Like I've made myself squirt, and I don't. I think we have talked about squirting,
Mm-hmm.
but I've made myself squirt, but not like this. Like the way this happened on my solo scene, and it was my first stoner. That's how I know I'm gonna do more stoner sessions. I should film one.
Weed makes you squirt.
This Well, no, it's just like I
I'm
discovered I'm a
just messing.
squirter, but I haven't, like, usually a dick will make it like gush out, right? I had just done all my bedding and washed all the blankets and comforters, and I'm doing my session, right? And I'm like masturbating, and I feel it, and I'm thinking as I'm filming this, like, this is not fucking happening. And because like I said, I've made myself squirt, but not like this. Usually it's only a thick dick that can make it do this. The
Mm-hmm.
next thing you know, my bed was soaked.
Mm-hmm.
I was so happy because I was like, oh my God, my first stoner scene, stoner solo scene, and I squirt all over the place. And so my friend Jay that edited it for me, he was like, that was really good. That was good. Yeah, you're going to have to do more of those. The fans are going to really like it.
Yeah,
And so
because
that's
you hit
how.
two markets: people that like porn, people that like weed.
Mhm. And they can see it because we just can't. And I see both sides. I see why they just want to make sure everyone's safe and everything. But it's like, it's like I'm not drinking, I'm not taking any kind of pills or anything, it's just smoking weed. But I get it, and so I respect it.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can't smoke with a partner,
Mm-hmm.
then that's okay. Then I will just, be creative with it in other ways. And plus, it's not for everybody. Not all
Yeah,
my fans are potheads and want to see that. So that's why I thought I would just make like a little stoner
but see,
series
it's even to the point
where.
that I guess once you get your following stronger, the name stronger, that how can I put this? Because one, you got companies that make bongs, so it wouldn't surprise me if someone
Mhm.
step you about being a spokesperson for their bong or a bong tester or what have you. Period. Because
Mhm.
like I said, the thing is the bong, and I know that me as a stoner, it's nothing sexier than a woman hitting a bong and she topless.
That's like me every day.
I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah, that's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and for you, it's kind of like, what made you started taking those type pictures, doing the videos with your feet on the bong and all that? Because there's also places the foot fetish.
So yes, so here's the thing. I was self-conscious about my feet because
Mm.
they're I have long feet, and so I thought guys aren't gonna wanna
Shit.
I've always been self-conscious about my feet. And I remember like rewind like I don't know, 16 years ago,
Mm.
this guy came over to my apartment and by the way, I'm a cosmetologist. So I do my own pedicures and take
Mm.
really good care of my feet,
Mm.
and I wax my armpits too. But um yeah, so he noticed, he was like, "Your feet are really pretty." And I'm like, "Oh, really?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "They're really long and pretty and I like your feet." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And that was the first time I had a guy compliment my feet. So fast forward to all these years later, when I started doing this, I was still self-conscious of my feet, but I had someone ask me my shoe size, and I didn't want to lie. I don't want to lie
Mm.
to my fans. And plus, you can prove that. So why lie? And so I just told him, I said, "I wear 10 in women's." And he was like, "I think I just came." I'm like, "Really?" And
Oh
that's when I
no,
realized, like, you need to getting in your head about stupid shit. So yeah, I wear a size 10 shoe. Guys love it.
oh
Um,
yeah.
I just started like picking. I just started picking at my bong with my feet, and I'm going to be doing my toes tomorrow. I messed up my toes, so guys, don't look at my toenails. I messed them up pole dancing the other day, slutting it around all over the floor. I'm covered in bruises. I have to redo my toes. But this is actually what got me noticed. So I did
Mm.
this. I picked up my bong with my feet, and uh, uh, I've mentioned it before, but the first guy I shot with, Kyle Stars, noticed
Mm.
that he loved that video of me.
Yeah.
But
Because
I'll be
see, the thing
honest with
about it
you,
is
I
because the thing about it is it's a different way of doing the foot fetish, period. And it falls
Mhm.
in line because when you think about most bongs, it look like a dildo almost. It just don't have the round part. So and like I said, it still plays to what it's supposed to play to. To me, I was like, well, damn, it's kind of brilliant what she's doing.
Yeah.
I was in there watching what you did in your blue outfit. I said, oh shit. And two, also I love the fact that you make it a point in some of your pictures to have a bong there and stuff like that. So it's kind of like to me, it's kind of like becoming a signature for
Oh, well, cool. Yeah, you know, I will say this, and I'm sure it'll grow as I go and stuff, but
you.
I didn't get like, I get a lot of compliments on my feet and stuff, but I don't get a lot of custom requests yet for it. And
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know. But I got some advice from a friend, and I need to promote myself more. I need to get some more confidence and advertise myself more.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm gonna be working on that too. Um, just yeah, that's one of the things I want to work on this year is shooting more, but also my confidence in myself, and also not being so hard on myself. So yeah, especially when I'm rolling around on the pole, bumping into stuff, like who
Yeah,
cares?
I mean because it's the thing about it is that um you you like I said, your star is rising. Period. You getting noticed more, seen more, plus more deeper into the industry itself. You feel what I'm saying? As far as with the inside people, you get what I'm coming from, people. So when it comes to where do you want to add to your repertoire, your brand, um, that you haven't already done or have?
Good thing. I'm glad you asked me that. So I was told when I first got into the industry, like, because I said in the beginning, I said in the beginning I don't work with women, and I heard a lot of people say, "Oh, it doesn't really matter. Girl stuff doesn't really sell. It's only, mainly they want to see threesomes and stuff." I'm like, okay, and I never thought much about it. And then I met a friend. Well, I was talking to a friend of mine, who we've known each other since middle school,
Mm-hmm.
and now he's just a huge cheerleader of mine, and it's just like, I can't believe you're doing this, and da 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 da.
Sweet.
And I said, yeah, well, what porn do you like? He's like, I love girl, and he
Mm-hmm.
goes, I noticed you don't have any of that. And I said, I don't. And he goes, well, he goes,
Are you into
actually, he
women?
goes, I okay. So since I've been doing, I really enjoy working with women and want to do more. But
Mm.
yeah.
So
So
do you eat the pussy?
when he told me,
Do you
huh?
eat the pussy? Do you eat the pussy?
Yep, I do it all. But but yeah, I told him, I said, you know what? I'm glad you told me that, because I was told, and not no one told me not to do girl. It just
Yeah.
kind of, I was just told that it's not a big seller.
Mm.
And but it's funny because I that's what I'm getting requested to do more of.
Yeah.
So that's something that I want to work on more also this year, is my
But
solo
see,
work.
the key to girl, and um, especially if you're a female, because if you're not, let's say, bisexual, because there are females that have done girl, and I say that speech for the, how I do my end, the smoking how I do my end of what you learn. I'll get to that in a minute. But there's certain girls, they don't even fuck women, but when you look at them on camera, you can't tell. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm.
um, I tell anybody, do what's comfortable for you, or bare minimum, your barometer, what you only do in your personal sex life. Period. So the thing now, there's other ways of doing girl fuck. This girl fetish. There is y'all could take showers together, this, that, and the third. I mean, or you
Oh, that
y'all
sounds
go there
fun.
do the double sided dildo. It's the key of it is knowing, finding out what you're comfortable within the filming parameters of if you work with women.
Yeah.
Period.
Um, it's still something really new, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm not necessarily going to jump into it, but I definitely want um to focus on that, or make that one of my things to
Mm-hmm.
get in the library for fans, is some girl scenes.
Mm-hmm.
um I also want to do more um threesomes with two men. I really
Mm-hmm.
enjoy that. So there's that. And then there's some firsts that there's some firsts coming up. So there's that. So
Yeah,
yeah.
because I'm wondering, well, because you do anal, what else that might get bumped up in the next year or 2 years? Because I mean, there's DP, there's DV, and there's DA.
Okay, I don't want to do DA. I I'm open to
Woo, boy,
talk about
that's
DV.
special. I'm sorry, that takes wow. Like I said, that
I
takes
mean,
a lot.
It was already like having two in there with Prince Yahshua. So so like he's and I want to say this. So I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea. He's gentle and respectful, but he can't help how big it is, okay? And
Yeah.
it's going in, and I'm like, but I'm you know what though? The second time we shot together, when we
Mhm.
did the second anal together, um, my butt like remembered him or something because it took it a lot better. I
Yeah.
really think like
It's muscle memory. It's like
yeah,
the more you do something, the more your body gets used to it. You feel what I'm saying?
yep.
Period. So,
Oof.
but now with the anal, how strong is the orgasm?
I have not orgasmed with anal.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, we'll see. There's more. There's gonna be lots of firsts this year. So
If she orgasms from anal, trust the next time she's gonna show, she was like, that shit was strong.
yeah, because here's the thing. Like I hear about this orgasm from anal that is just mind blowing.
Mhm.
So, I'm just getting comfortable with it. So I feel like it'll come.
I think that's what it is because once you become comfortable, and two, if you get turned on by it too, period. Um,
Yeah, for me, anal is more of work, a work thing.
yeah,
So, so I'm working first, enjoying it. So it, and I don't want that to come out wrong. It's just
no, but
something that
that's
I'm
how it is
still,
though. I mean, because
yeah.
I done had a conversation with females about, well, do you orgasm every time you shoot? And some of the girls say, well, no. Some say, yeah, but
Hmm.
some say no because it's understandable. Why? Because your thinking is your fucking. If you really
Yeah,
take
you're
this
working.
seriously, you actually master the art of that.
Yeah, so but I don't want, to make it seem like I'm forcing myself to do anything. Like I really
Yeah.
wanted to go. I really wanted to try it because here's the thing. I do see so many women enjoy it and get these orgasms and stuff. And I knew the only way to get there is to try it. And I was really scared and really nervous because I was afraid it was going to hurt. And I did a little bit. But there's Advil, there's Aleve, there's edibles.
You know what I'm
But
thinking? You didn't do no anal training, am I correct?
no.
That's why.
And I
Sometimes
was
it takes
told,
it like put it this way. Sometimes it takes to know thyself to get thyself off.
I
You
mean,
know.
I did have a few finger in the butt moments in the shower, but
Mhm.
yeah, I didn't properly train, and those
No,
are those.
the best way I can tell you is, damn, it's a damn shame I'm a man and I know this shit. But I talk to enough women. Anal beads, anal plugs,
Yes, I have
and
a whole bunch of them now.
and you walk around with them. No,
Yeah, I had
seriously,
someone
I
tell
knew
me.
girls that would go to work with the anal plug in their ass all day.
No, I had a performer say, "Hey, wear it while you're making one of your little baked," because I bake it and stuff. I like to cook a lot. So like, wear it while you're in the kitchen cooking. I'm like just walking around with my normal clothes on with the butt plug. And
Mhm.
she's like, absolutely. She's like, I wore mine for like 5 hours one time.
Yeah,
I was like, okay.
because the whole thing of it is once again it's muscle memory. That's it. It's no different than a man's dick knowing his favorite. No, his a male time's dick knowing his favorite person to shoot with. Oh, he wakes up.
Mm,
Oh, I remember her. Period. It's when you shoot with someone on a regular basis, y'all establish muscle memory in many ways sexually because now she gets used to the dick, which now the sex becomes more pleasurable. Thus, the chemistry
yeah.
becomes better. Period. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like that's the reason for the anal training. Just like girls do deep throat training. Yeah, they actually do that
Now
too.
that's like, fun. That's amazing for me. I like
Yeah.
to do that a lot. So, I will say, working with Luke from Taboo,
Mm-hmm.
he was the first anal, and he was amazing. And every time we have shot, we've done anal, and it's been great with him. Um, so, I think that it will be pleasurable for me, and I
Mm-hmm.
will get that orgasm. It's just I'm still getting used to it, and so yeah, you just gotta keep. I just feel like I'm not a quitter.
Right.
The only thing I ever quit was smoking cigarettes, but I used to smoke cigarettes, guys, and it was terrible. And yeah, and now I just. But you know what? I didn't save any money. They're like, "Oh, you're gonna save so much money." Not when you.
Not when you smoke weed.
So I did the Willie Nelson method.
Mhm.
The Willie Nelson
No,
method.
I'm just gonna say the fact that she got what she told me for what she got for the price of what she got it.
Oh,
I
from my
hate you,
guy.
Anna. I really hate you.
Yeah, he gives me good deals. He had an even better deal for me, but I was at AVN, and I'm like, well, I'm not available right now. And then, oh my
Mhm.
God, I got sick, which I heard everyone gets the AVN flu. I did post on Twitter. I don't know if you saw. I was doing a breathing treatment.
Mhm.
I flashed my boobs though, so I just wanted to let everyone know that, like, even though I've got a sinus infection and upper respiratory infection and a cough and a sore throat, my tits are still here for the fans. And so yeah, I still, like, it was weird. I did try to smoke weed while I was sick, but it didn't help, so I got me a bunch of gummies and just ate gummies. Ooh, and this is my, like, new favorite weed product, is
Mhm.
these little elixirs. These are 100 milligram liquid elixirs. This was mango, and this is a 50 milligram. It measures it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna drink this whole thing, and I just like, I love the liquid THC elixir. That's like my new favorite weed product.
I may have to check that out because I be seeing that. I be seeing that at in our stores. 'Cause like I said, we don't have like the weed they have at the dispensaries. We have legal weed where it's pretty good, but it don't last as long as the weed. The weed.
Yeah, this is good for if you have trouble sleeping. I always
Mm-hmm.
get the indica ones, the hella strong ones. So this is good for if you have trouble sleep. This is good if you've been rolling around in a pole dancing class and you pulled your neck muscle. Like this helps with muscle pains, um, cramps for women. This is like the best stuff. Like, yeah, but it's strong. Like, one time I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna drink the whole 100 milligrams and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Shoot,
I was
all
fucked
I'm
up.
gonna say, all I'm gonna say is y'all smokers already know. 2024, I did try mushrooms for the first time. I
How
loved
was
it.
that?
It was fun. Tried it, and even my funny when you be around young folk, they rolled it up into blunt, and I was like, "Oh, that shit was some good smoke. It was some good smoke. It was
I
some
did.
good smoke."
I
Yeah.
did. I did mushroom gummies on my birthday last year.
Mm. Well, I haven't had gummies before.
So our smoke shops here will sell them.
Mm,
Dispensaries don't.
mm,
There's some kind of loophole, but they sell them at smoke shops.
mm,
Mushroom gummies. And so my best friend, I hadn't seen her in like 15, 16 years. And
mm,
she finally like bought a ticket. I mean, it's been a rough life for her, but that's another time. But she bought a ticket and came out for my birthday. And so she's like, I'm like, well, a couple of these, I was feeling it.
mm.
We split 15 gummies, and
Wow.
then we took a mushroom candy bar and split that.
Well, y'all was
Um,
high giraffe pussy.
we were so fucked up. Like, and then we were trying to order Chinese food. When we called, all we did was laugh, and the guy's like, "Ma'am, can we help you? Is it what can we?" And we're like, "I can't talk." And then we're like, she's like, "Try to talk to him." I'm like, "I don't want to talk to him. I'm still high on mushrooms, and he can hear us like high on mushrooms yelling at each other." It took us 2.5 hours to order our Chinese food. Because then we had to try to learn how to use DoorDash. I'm like, we can't talk on the phone. So then we had to try to learn how to use DoorDash on mushrooms. And so it took us like 2 hours to figure out DoorDash, but we finally got our food.
I thought I had a lot of. I thought I had high moments in my life. That's why. See, that's why she my crush. She's she's me. Oh my
Oh my
god.
god, mushrooms are fun.
Yes, they are. I ain't going for it. So, but look, look, I done held this lady up here for an hour, people, and everything. Plus, it's late on this side of the fence.
I
So,
know. I got the time wrong. I'm so sorry.
no, it's all good. You might have got the time wrong, but you was right on time, baby. You
Oh,
was
thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, for sure. And yes, we're gonna bring a bunch of premium smoke room. Y'all know about that. 5 premium podcasts for you to enjoy, plus special events. And I even go live on X. Y'all know the conversations get more saucier. The titties come out. Dildos might come out. You don't know what might pop off unless you subscribe to the premium smoke room. And plus, I got some triple X work where I give the ladies the work because big dicks growing the sticks. That's why they used to call me Big Country. And on the Spotify side of things, you can also subscribe over there. Yes, paid subscription, not just subscribe as in you subscribe. No, paid subscription. You can get to hear Had the Smoke on it, where I give my unapologetic opinion and commentary on things, and Savage Smoke, where I talk to the industry's top male talents and producers. We give you that real smoke about the industry from a male's perspective, and an array of other episodes that I don't feel like going through for you to binge, listen, or watch too. So, Miss West, tell everybody where they can spend money on you and see your pretty feet and you hit a bong and them pretty titties.
Go on my website, raywestxxx.com, and it will lead you to my all my links where you can pick wherever you want to subscribe to everything. And you can send me gifts, you can subscribe, you can order customs. So, yeah, that's where you can find me being a naughty girl.
Oh, yes. So, smokers, what did you smoke over today, literally? And what did you learn? Well, people, what did you learn is simply this: weed has many wonderful qualities for you that helps for pain, for your mind, or just to be high. So smoke. You feel me? But even more important than that is that taking advantage of opportunities. See, sometimes if you do good work, you get opportunities that can elevate your business, your status, your standing. The key is knocking it out the box. See, Jada Fire, who is, I always love talking about her because she's an AVN Hall of Famer, one of the top, because I'm recording this during Black History Month. She's one of the ones. Yeah,
Nice.
she's blessed. And they asked her a question. They said, "What attributed to you being so successful in the business for so long?" She said, "Because I am willing to be the nastiest and freakiest slut on camera." She even gave the example of, yes, she have done girl on girl, but she's not into women. But when you look at that video, you can't tell. Now, why did I say this? Every opportunity she got, she knocked it out the park. Thus, the reason why she's a fucking Hall of Fame. See,
Nice.
sometimes God gives you a gift. It's up to you to take that gift and run with it. And also, you have to be ready for that moment. Because, see, Shorty over here, she shot with some heavyweights. So when she got with other heavyweights, it wasn't a problem. And the moment was never too big for her. Well, except for Prince Joshua's dick in her ass. But yet she handled it. You feel what I'm saying? The point
Mm.
being is the key to success is one of the keys to success is when you finally get in the room, figuring out and understanding how to stay in this room. And the way you stay in that room is show up and show out. So with that being said, you know how we end these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this over. Miss West, say goodbye to the smokers.
Good seeing everyone. Mwah. Love you.
We out.